Shalom. 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 All right, Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashmi Shah, Wahagadas Rakah, double honor to the apostles, the water Yahweh Bashmi Shah for giving me the Holy Spirit to be able to come back and do another lesson. Hopefully, something that can be edifying, exhorting, admonishing, reproof, instructing, correcting, defending or preaching the gospel, or just, But double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone of Israel. Peace and blessings to the faithfully elect, those that have been slated to be saved from the destruction that's been declared to come upon America, the entire globe of America. The entire globe, but primarily America, and to all the wicked inhabitants hereof, according to the Bible. Those being slated to be saved also being declared, according to the Bible, being none other than the Israelites, who today are being called so-called blacks, Negroes, African Americans, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, West Indians, so-called black Hebrew Israelites, and Afro people scattered abroad, so-called. The men of these people simply teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, and are living their life now according to this the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, and truth and sincerity. And the men, women, and children also of these people who have turned back to their true heritage, the true doctrine of the Bible, and truth and sincerity, and are living their life according to the saying, the way of Yahweh Bashmi Shah. All right, Shalom. So this is something that, these type of lessons, they hit me spot on as soon as I have a moment, that happens, like real life scenarios. This is where edifying comes in, teaching comes in, stuff like that. Pretty much, you see the title being cautious / prudent is trait. It should say is a trait, but is a trait and life hack of the royal, efficient and successful. So I got to fix the title, but I was just trying to get it done. But nonetheless, being cautious, man, is an outright key. Is a great trait to have. It's a trait you don't want to be second guessing. You don't want to be doubting if you're being cautious. You see what I'm saying? If you tend to be like that, it's nothing you want to doubt with having that trait, because that trait is had amongst the royal, the efficient, and the successful. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the royal actual people, the people that the Lord deems royal, the royalty, the royal legacy of the royal people who are the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? So, and pretty much people just, just things I noticed, people really have an issue with being cautious, with double checking. Like they say, it's a saying, there's nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with checking, better safe than sorry, stuff like that. It's, I forget, it's another saying I had this in the subtitle, but that's pretty much it, man. It's nothing wrong with that at all. Making sure you get something right, making sure, you order something and, When you get to the window, if you a real person, like you made sure you didn't want any pork. You know, you probably ordered a sandwich that probably usually would come with pork. You like, I don't want no pork on it. You see what I'm saying? And you already a cautious person. So you would get to the window, and it wouldn't nothing be wrong with you asking again if you guys make sure you didn't put. There's nothing wrong with that because that's going to lead to what? It's the success of you getting that sandwich without that. You know what I'm saying? That that pork on it, man. And that's called being efficient as well. And then that's obviously a trait of royalness because people are gonna look like, who did this person think they is? Like, that's a person that has some sense, that's trying to be successful and efficient and royal. So you should never find yourself in situations where you second guess and doubting you being cautious, because when you're doing it is simply because you want to actually be efficient and want things to go successful. No matter if it's ordering some food, no matter if it's making an investment, no matter if it's making sure a conversation was understood that you had with somebody. You see what I'm saying? You cook something, there's nothing wrong with that, man. You buying something, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's going to lead to what? The strengthening the possibility of whatever it may be that you may be, whatever instance you may be in, with having that trait activate is going to strengthen whatever event or situation it may be to play out successful for you. To come out successful for you and to be efficient. So real quick, let's go ahead and get this word efficient. Efficiency is the ability to avoid wasting materials, energy, efforts, money, and time in doing something or in producing a desired result. In a more general sense, it is the ability to do things well, successfully, and without waste. You see what I'm saying? And what gives that? What creates that ability? This word right here, known as cautious. Cautious. It says careful to avoid potential problems. You see, this is people. This is a trait. You see, look, it says in the parentheses, of a person, careful to avoid potential problems or danger. And that's how I am. I don't give a damn how you take it. You know what I'm saying? My purpose of doing it is because I'm looking for success. I'm looking for efficiency, man. You see, so these things you can share because we are to edify the body, man. Are people really have issues with just functioning as people? It's more to it than bringing out a dark parable or a dark saying or something like that, man. That's always there, but in the meantime, you still have to remain functional. You see what I'm saying? Throughout the course of that, you see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, a cautious is clearly a trait because it's of a person, and it means careful to avoid potential problems or dangers. You see? So if you're trying to, it's like if I take a road trip, I'll just use it exactly, a real example. I took road trip driving, and I know the road's clear, and it's like I made a trip from Cali, and I got out the part where I was driving. It was a bad storm, pretty much half of the way. I say it was snowing. It was during the wintertime, but nonetheless, I got out of the region where it was, icy, snow on the road, and it was clear. So obviously, throughout that time, I was being cautious to not end up like all the vehicles I was seeing that was just piled up in ditches. It was that serious, and I did that by what? Taking my time. You see what I'm saying? because I'm trying to successfully get to my destination to do what I'm trying to do. Now, when I got out of that region, where it wasn't any more snow or sleet or anything on the road, I continue driving slow regardless, because I'm like, it don't matter, because I'm just trying to successfully get back. And that's just me. That's just how I am, But my purpose of doing that is to be efficient, And that's an ability, but that ability is created through being cautious. Being cautious allows you. It makes you careful. Is when you're careful to avoid potential problems or dangers. Like, I don't even want to risk anything, so I'm just gonna. You see what I'm saying? And that goes into what? Being prudent. Prudent. You see that? So this is prudent. But before we go into that, let me get a couple of scriptures. You can't worry about what someone thinks, because you trying to be on your stuff and make sure your thing, you come out successfully and correct. It don't matter, because you understand the agenda why you being like this. Because guess what? Every time I don't stick to that trait, that I know that work, I fall, man. And that takes me into a couple of scriptures. Sirach 44:20, observe the opportunity. Yeah, the opportunity to get something right or wrong. It says, and beware of evil. You see, beware. You can only beware by being cautious, because you're going to be moving slow enough. You're going to be considering enough. You're going to be thinking about the future enough, which goes into being prudent to see the evil first off, and then possibly get away from it. So observe the opportunity and be aware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. You see? You want to be successful, man. You want to be efficient. So the easiest way to have this, someone that's going to observe the opportunity, will be somebody that's being cautious, man. Someone that's going to beware of evil is going to be someone being cautious, man. And obviously also prudent, because that's a synonym. And be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. Ecclesiastes 5:10. So let me jump here real quick. Let me see if I want to read this. Yeah, I get to bring this out now. So prudent, acting with or showing care and thought for the future. See that? I might not make it to my destination. You know what I'm saying? If I don't be cautious, which is this trait I'm going to use to strengthen my success chances of me making it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm driving efficient, man. That's a real life situation. 1,000-mile drive, man. All right. Now, anyway, it says acting with or showing care and thought for the future. All right. So yeah, man, this is really the only words you need. So that's what it means to be prudent, is when you acting with or showing care for and thought for the future. So you are very cautious and considerate, which is basically being cautious. You're very cautious in your present to help dictate the future. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ordered this sandwich. Yeah, can I get I don't want no bacon on it or whatever. That ain't what I do. I don't really eat out, but I'm just giving an example to, relate. But anyway, we've been through that though. Nonetheless, could I not get this with bacon? Okay, yeah. I get to the window. I made sure, you know what I'm saying? Because before I even get to the window, I'm thinking about, I ain't trying to go home with no bacon. I ain't trying to be pissed off. I'm not coming back up here. So let me be extra cautious. You see what I'm saying? I might say it 3-4 times before I get told to pull up to the window. Not advertising brothers should be not being over righteous either, but eating fast food and all that crap. But nonetheless, this is an easy example. So I might ask 3 times, like, yeah, just make sure ain't no bacon on it. Yeah, you said, what, no bacon? Yeah. Now, could you read the order back to me? Something like that. Why? Because you literally you just trying to it concerns your soul, man. You see what I'm saying? One, you can't eat pork. You see what I'm saying? Two, you can get sick. Three, you can get worms. Four, you just not about any of that, man. So, boom, I get to the window. Y'all, okay, here it is. Y'all made sure there's no pork, right? They look at the bag. They you forgot, man. They yell at somebody in the kitchen. You see what I'm saying? So now I've used that trait has allowed me to make me get what I want successful now. Because they have to take it off. You see what I'm saying? And if that wasn't the case, yeah, we took it off. Okay, you can check. Okay, yeah, thank you. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple, man. And that all is what you using that simple trait is that's success. So you can use that trait in all types of scenarios to just be successful, man, to be efficient, man. All right. So that's just that, man. That's being prudent, because you acting and showing care and thought for the future. All right. So moving on. Ecclesiastes 5:10. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Yeah, because you should have went through some scenarios where when you wasn't as cautious, you wasn't as considerate. No, like I said, nobody got you like you, man. You see what I'm saying? And you learned that when you allow somebody else to really have you. You see what I'm saying? Someone you don't even know, they not gonna make sure you get your stuff right, man. People mess up orders all the time. You tell them 5-6 times, they still get the order wrong somehow. You be like, man, take the bag, man. They still get it wrong. And it happened. You grew up having that happen. You asked 4-5 times for them not to put bacon on the sandwich. And we didn't put none on it. You open, they got bacon on it. You like, what the, So you're supposed to be steadfast in that understanding now that no one does have you like you. You know what I'm saying? And now, going forward, okay, I just need to be more cautious, man. I just need to be more prudent. I need to act and show more care for my future, which obviously, if I'm thinking this much, I want it to be successful. And this is my reasoning for being like this. So I'm going to be steadfast in this. Ain't nothing or anybody moving me off of this. I'm getting mine right, man. I'm being successful, man. You don't just go for anything, man. We're not homeborn slaves like the scriptures say. Sirach 5:10, be steadfast in thy understanding and let thy word be the same. You say you ain't going for no more, stay with that, man. All right, so moving on to the prudent. It says Proverbs 13:16, every prudent man dealeth with knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But a fool layeth open his folly. So now, because that's what knowledge goes into. That's what know goes into knowledge. Knowledge it contains know. So every prudent man dealeth with knowledge. When you're prudent, once again, you act and show care for your future, man. And you obviously became like that due to situations. You see what I'm saying? Due to knowing, and if you probably didn't even have a situation, you just probably have an innate ability of being cautious or prudent. Some people have to develop it. Some people have it and just got to have to groom it. You see what I'm saying? Because like the scripture say, prove thy soul, man. You done been through it. But even if you haven't, having this trait is just me making sure my stuff turn out right. And I haven't had any problems with being like this. So you got other people that don't care. You got it's Jakes that ordered pieces with no pepperoni, and they'll get the pizza and got pepperoni, get mad, and they'll do some reprobate stuff and still eat the pizza just because somebody else effed it up, but they too lazy. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even consider reason why it happened, which is you weren't being cautious, you weren't being prudent. You didn't double check the order. You see what I'm saying? You just walking with a real nonchalant spirit, and that's royal people don't do that. That's not a trait you're gonna find amongst successful people or efficient people. Business people have this. Like when I was looking at the thumbnail up, pretty much Prudent is the name of a lot of investing companies. It's a very you know, it's a life hack to be cautious, because you always on it. You never taking no risk. Like, nah, bro. Yo, could you read that? Run that back to me. You know, you get into it with your husband or something like that. You get into it with your wife or your brother. You know, the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because you were slipping on your pippin somewhere, man. Or your life turned out to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, situation don't play out good for you. Because why? You weren't dealing with knowledge, man. So every prudent man gonna deal with knowledge. A prudent person deals with what they know, which is simply what? I gotta act and care in a way that's gonna bring forth my success, because that dictates my future. You see what I'm saying? I know if I give you all this money, I need to make sure y'all got it. I have to make sure you're gonna get it. That's called being prudent. Why? Because I know in the future, I'm thinking of the future where y'all fuck around, y'all mess around, don't even get the money. You trying to pay a bill, you mess around, don't even get the money. You lose the money. You know what I'm saying? A prudent man is gonna deal with knowledge, knowing that can happen, and knowing what that can really result in. It can result in disaster, man. So before we even get there, thank you, prudence. You see what I'm saying? Yo, how can I make sure, you know what, let me do this to double check. Let me ask you again. Let me do something to reassure. Let me really, because I'm trying to be successful and efficient. This is a tool amongst the royal and efficient, man, and it's successful. I'll pull up some pictures at the end, Lord willing. You know, moving on. James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Someone that's back and forth. 1 minute you prudent, 1 minute you cautious, next minute you not. And that's gonna cause no stability for you, man. You know, you come up, you gain, you made a successful play because you was dealing with prudence. You was being prudent. You was dealing with knowledge. You went about the scenario to capitalize, and you end up coming up. But since you double-minded, I don't want to be bothersome. Now you sent $3,000 in. These people have lost your damn money because they told you, some girl that worked for them told you, oh yeah, just sit it in, just leave it on this guy Bob table. Okay. You come back, they talking about they never got it, and the $3,000 lost, and now you can't be recompensed. You see what I'm saying? Why? Now that causes the 5 you got, you had 2 now. You just lost $3,000. You know what I'm saying? And that causes what? That's a stability. That's like unstable. You're back and forth, man. And that comes from being double-minded, man. You see what I'm saying? Double-minded on whether or not you are cautious. You're gonna be prudent. You're gonna act and show care for your future, which you can have to be successful or not. Which you can have by simply and dictate, which is the whole point why I threw life hack in, by simply what? Being cautious, man, being prudent. 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Heavenly Father have not given us the spirit of fear, you see, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Yeah, I didn't want to. Well, you was just prudent last week. You was just cautious last week. And that's how you're supposed to be getting on yourself. Because I done had times to where I done been like that, and I see where it get me. You see what I'm saying? These people don't give a damn. They don't care, man. This world don't care. You got to make sure yours is solid. You got to make, you know what I'm saying? You got to use these traits. So these are scriptures literally telling us, yo, be cautious, be prudent, man. Care about your future. Act and show care. People don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? If you screwing a chair together, the screw don't care if it go in there. You got to make sure it go in there. You know what I'm saying? And how can you strengthen the success of it going in the hole? By holding it in place. You know what I'm saying? Like you sit you right here. You need all the screws to make it work. You just throw the screws on the ground. They don't care if they get lost and you find them again. They don't care. That's the equivalent of so that's just proof that it comes down to you. You see what I'm saying? having success and being efficient. And that simply can be life hacked, you know what I'm saying? Or like a cheat used as a cheat code. This could be simply could just be done by being cautious, man. Prudent. All right. Prudent. So the Lord, he didn't give us that, man. He didn't have not given us the spirit of fear. Don't let nothing. Well, I didn't want to. And I know they tired of me calling. I didn't want to. And I was wondering what you was going. And, I'm just, but the Lord have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. We solid, man. You don't got proof. You don't live long enough to where you can share stories and tell people like, nah, I'm cautious. I'm on mine. I don't care. Okay, I don't care, bro. Make sure that's every time I come here, y'all say y'all did it right. It ain't right. So make sure. Let me make sure if I leave. I'm gonna make sure after you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Just do it with sense. Don't be a butthead, but it says Proverbs 14:15. It says the simple believeth every word. See that? But the prudent man looketh well to his going. See? That's how prudent people think. They look well to his going. Like, just send the money in. Just mail us your money. You gonna mail? I want me to mail you my money. Like, where does that happen at, man? Even if that was an option, why would I consider that? The money get lost, y'all don't get it. You can't refund me that. What's the scenarios of you being able to refund me my money because I sent it to you, but it got lost? Knowing that you might not even necessarily look at it like I actually sent it to you. You see what I'm saying? So now, however much it might be 42. It could be 4,200. It could be 300, 110. I mean, it could be $1, man. You see what I'm saying? That's traits and patterns of failure, man, versus paths of success. Ways of success. So the simple believeth every word. Care what you telling me, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. She tell you, well, that's just what it is. Well, can I see your manager? The manager come, no, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, most times, if you live long enough, most of these people, they just be there to get a check. They don't care. They don't know what be going on. Oh, you just a young girl. You don't know what's going on. Oh, dude, let me talk to your manager, man. I come here all the time. This done happened before. I've been there. I know you young. You probably just don't care. You see what I'm saying? You younger. You don't care, man. You see what I'm saying? So I know you telling me that I'm just unfortunate to I just have to result in being unsuccessful now. Okay, I hear you saying that, but I understand my going about this is only resulting in this because knowing what I know that you probably just young and just don't really care. So I'm gonna actually consider that and just be like, okay, you can have that, but let me talk to your manager. And the manager come and result it. And now that, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, don't gotta be, or whatever you need it to be can be now. You see what I'm saying? Versus you, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So these are traits to be successful, man, to come up, to stat, to have successful relationships, to complete and convey a message that you was trying to convey. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, Proverbs 12:16, a fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. So this is why you want to be prudent, because if you don't look well to your going, that's slocky. If you don't, a prudent is what? Is acting and showing care for your future. So a prudent man covers shame. You see that? When you being prudent, you cover shame. Like, shame ain't gonna be seen because of how you take care of things, because of the characteristic, the traits you have, which is you acting and showing care. It ain't gonna be no shame to be had because I act and I show care. Because I know the future exists. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act in a way like 5 minutes from now don't exist. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna carry my present minutes in a way that can make the next 5 minutes result in outright disaster. I'm gonna carry myself and conduct myself in a way in the present minute, the Lord willing, in a way that's gonna make my next 5 minutes successful. You know what I'm saying? Happy. Cool. So a fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. You see, when you prudent, you're gonna cover all types of ills, man. That's the you're gonna cover your tail. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You see that? And this is proof that this is 100% going in. Prudency, being prudent, is a trait of the rich. You see what I'm saying? Of the wealthy, man. Notice everything that's around it, before it. You got Proverbs 22:2. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is maker of them all. Yeah, the Lord. That's the Lord giving someone sense, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding they need to be rich, or not giving them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding they need, which will result in them being poor. You see what I'm saying? And poor in more ways than one. You got the carnal sense and the spiritual sense. You see what I'm saying? But that's all dictated by what? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And what's a part of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Being prudent. So this is a trait. You see that? This is a trait. This is a tool. This is a life hack for that. This characteristic, this trait, being prudent. A prudent man foreseeth the first verse, great riches, silver and gold. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Like, you know what? I ain't even gonna go that route. You talking about mail this in and all? Nah, I'm straight. All right, I already see it playing. Nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But the simple pass on and are punished. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't, and now they gotta live with not having no damn money because someone just told them to mail their money in, and now they ain't got gypped or robbed or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Or scammed or something like that. You know, if you're gonna take the risk, get into it, look into it, be prudent, man. Act and show care. Ask questions, make the moves you need to make. Try to find whatever, man. Find it out. Couple more. Proverbs 19:14. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. See, so a wife, she used to be prudent, man, because she's gonna, women are helpmeets. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is only supposed to be someone of your nation, the Israelite nation. You see what I'm saying? For you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians out there. So you having a wife, that's one thing, but having a prudent wife is a whole nother thing. You see what I'm saying? If she ain't prudent, she ain't from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Because a woman's supposed to be a pillar of rest. It say a wise woman, I believe it is, she build her house, but a foolish woman plucketh it down with her own hands. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because she's not prudent. She has no consideration, no care, no action of pretty much showing that or giving off the notion that she knows the future exists. You know the future exists, right? You see what I'm saying? She's not going to feed you with food that can result in a fucking heart attack later on. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is little things like that. Like, being prudent is so much wealth in it. It's literally a trait of being of the wealthy, man. All right. This is Galatians 6:9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing. You see what I'm saying? So you figure all this out, you learn this. Now you should know it ain't nothing wrong with being like that, man. Don't worry. Well, I didn't want to, I'm gonna be the a-hole if I got to. Because when I wasn't, I was taking L's. You see what I'm saying? I was taking massive L's, man. You know? And how do you be prudent? Let me grab that real quick. Proverbs 16:21. I should just read it. For those that really want to know, you'll go look it up, but I'll pull it up by the Spirit. This is Psalms, Proverbs 16:21. The wise in heart shall be called prudent. See that? And the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning. So to be prudent is to be wise. To be wise is what? It's to perform the law. It's to do what the Lord says, man. You see what I'm saying? It's to follow the instructions. I'll just grab that one. The instructions of this book, you know. So these are traits of the efficient, the successful, and the royal. So hear counsel, Proverbs 19:20, hear counsel and receive instruction. You see, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. So when you hear the counsels, the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, when you apply what the counsel has given you, the men that bring these words out, this is a counsel right here. You see what I'm saying? People pay for this type of information. You can get rich of what the Father allowed me to just tell you, man. You see what I'm saying? In all more ways than one. You see? So Proverbs 19:20, hear counsel and receive instruction that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. So when you receive instruction, when you receive it, that means you took it in. Obviously, you are to do something with it. You are to apply. You are to apply this word, man. You are to apply the instruction, the counsel that you have received. And that will result in efficiency and success for you if you do such. If you do so. I'll read, let's see. Sirach 19:19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. You see, if you want life, you're going to gigs a hotspot, man. Stop playing with me. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Funny, man. You got here. So I don't know where it just cut off at. And there's many ways to gauge success. You see what I'm saying? So let me go back where I was, man. This just threw me off. Sirach 19:19, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Yeah, you're gonna have the works. You're gonna have you're gonna be able to eat of things not perishable, man. You see, you're gonna receive the works of immortality, man, of being imperishable. You know, so you get rich. You know, my money long. You see what I'm saying? Because they tell you that money is a defense in Sirach, the 9th chapter, man. And I'm gonna get the next verse. I got one more. Sirach 19:20, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. See, the Lord, his words speak to everything, man. I'm gonna get this last one that closes out. This is Romans 7:12. So these are the traits of the efficient, successful, and what else? The royal. Salakia, where you at? James 2, and I believe 8. Yep. If ye fulfill the royal law, you see that? According to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. See? Iron sharpeneth iron. So if you fulfilling what's royal, you living royal, you being royal. So this is the way of the royal. So Lord willing, has been edifying. And what I'll do real quick, I'll show you what I was talking about. If I can get it. When you look up the word prudent, it literally goes into, you know, what's it called? This goes into being rich, man. This is the, see, prudent investor rule. See that? So-called white man know this. You know, because when you're not prudent, you end up like JFK. You end up like niggas that own stores and get shot and killed in front of them. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not prudent. So you keep looking this up. Yeah, you got it's tons of companies. Prudent is the way to be. So Lord willing has been edifying. I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father. Some people might look at it like, you know, you off, but nah. Galatians 6:9. Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You're gonna see the rewards and benefits of it. You're gonna see the fruits of being like that. So Lord has been edifying. Until next time, say shalom.